This is the only towel you could find? Do you see the water? Some help you are, huh? You're almost as helpful as the other receptionist, so... I mean, I guess that means you're learning. So there might be hope for you yet. I mean, I'm just surprised that you are alive. Did I say that? I didn't mean to. Oh, let's get some of this, shall we? Whew. Okay. Sure, that's fine. I mean, it's not like this tiny little thing is gonna dry me anyways. And I see those little kids over there. I can see they're just waiting to splash in that pool. Why you need a pool on a cruise? You're already on water. Yeah, makes total sense. So I know, I'm just gonna get splashed again with water. It's a lost cause. I'm a lost cause. The receptionists are a lost cause, and don't even get me started on Paige. Who we love dearly. Anyways, you've made it to week 2. Looks like you still need some help on this cruise. Don't we all? So, for week 2, it's all about challenges, right? You remember how at the beginning of the year, you made so many goals of, I'm gonna read this many books, or I'm gonna read from this author entirely, and I'll make a whole thing of it, and I'm gonna read this many books in this genre, and I'm gonna do this and this and this. And now it's September. And you know, you've done as much of those challenges as I am dry right now. So for week 2 and your challenges, we're gonna go with a challenge that many people have done in the past of, I'm gonna read this many more queer books than I did last year, or something of that ilk. So the prompt this week is to get a spinner wheel. We're gonna spin it with particular queer identities, because there are more queer identities than the L, the G, the B, and the T, which we love those. They're amazing. But there are some other identities as well. So you don't get to choose those identities. Of course not. Why would I let you do anything? The first queer identity is going to be aromantic. This usually means that the person does not feel any romantic feelings towards people. They might feel sexual attraction, but not romantic attraction. Then the next one is intersex. So this is a person that is usually, they're born with it, and they have X and Y chromosomes within them. You should look up some better descriptions, because a wet receptionist is not a coherent receptionist. Then we have polyamorous, and that means someone who is able to love multiple people at the same time. They usually form a relationship, I want to say cluster, but you know, they'll be in a relationship with several different people at once. It's all open and communicative and lovely, so there's that as well. Then we have non-binary, which means someone does not identify within the societal gender binaries. Then we'll have a drag performer. So this can be a drag king, a drag queen, but someone who dresses up in a drag outfit usually to perform. Then we have demisexual. This is a part of asexuality, and it means that someone needs to have a strong emotional connection to someone before they form romantic feelings. And then lastly, we have gender fluid. So this just means someone who might switch between different genders throughout their lifetime, but still feel that all of them encompass who they are. So those are all the identities that you get to choose from. Put them on a spinner wheel. I'm not gonna do that for you. I'm sure you can do something, right? Something, please. And then you're gonna spin a wheel. Whatever identity the spinner wheel lands on is what you have to read. So find a book with that queer identity in it. But wait, there's more. So it must be a book that is intersectional, which means it'll have a queer identity representation, but something else as well. So for instance, you could do intersex and BIPOC in the same book, or you could do drag and disabled, or you could do polyamorous and mental health representation. Things like that, that's what you gotta do. So go forth, do that. Read the queer things that aren't the typical queer things and make it more about the queer experience than just being queer. Good luck reading. I'm gonna go find a bigger towel.